What is going on, everyone? Platinum Beast coming at you with yet another video. Today we're going to be doing the Platinum Beast Answers series. I look forward to getting into the comments and questions that you all left for me on last week's video. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay guys, so super interesting video to do today. We've got the Platinum Beast Answers weekly series video I'm going to be doing right now. Be sure to leave your comment in the comment section down below for me to read out on next week's video. And with all that being said, let's dive right on into these comments. So, up first, we have Mr. Pistol Packing Pilot. Pistol Packing Pilot says, I love this series. My question is this. Aside from catalytic converters going back to platinum, what other industrial uses for the white metal could send the spot price parabolic? So, there has been, in my opinion, what the number one thing that I want to see implemented and as a possibility would be electric car implementation. Now, a lot of the top dogs in the platinum mining sphere and platinum investment sphere have been trying to find a way to implement platinum into electric cars and things like that. Now, I have shared my opinion many times on this channel talking about how I don't see electric cars taking over anytime soon. However, if platinum were to be implemented into the production of electric cars, I do think that that would create an exponential boost for platinum prices as a whole. Even if electric car market doesn't take over the entire market, I think it will create a whole bunch of investor demand, and a whole bunch of people will start paying more attention to platinum as an investment grade metal. So I think that could send the price fairly high. There are also other industrial uses, but many of those uses, such as the medical and the dental field and jewelry field, they're much more of a slower pace. They are continuing to grow year in and year out, but they're at a slower pace. So that's more a slow and steady wins the race. You buy platinum now, 2 or 3 years from now, it's being used more and more in industry. Just at a slow pace, and it just continues to go up overall. But I think electric car implementation could spike and spark a whole bunch of investor demand, causing the prices to go up. Obviously, there is the idea that platinum is manipulated just like silver and gold. That could very well be, but I think with implementing the metal into electric car manufacturing would just have to send the price on a shoot up, so to speak. But that's just my opinion, my take, PPP. I really appreciate your comment, my friend, and I hope to see more comments from you. But that is a great question, and that is really how I feel about the matter. But like you mentioned, auto manufacturers switching back to platinum would cause a straight skyrocket as well. So either one of those two I think would help it, very much so. But I'm a stacker not only for the auto side of things, but also just the investment side of things. So I see the metal platinum as a great way to diversify in your stacking endeavor. So thank you for your comment, PPP. I really appreciate it. Up next, we got Aloha Stacker. Aloha says, another awesome Q&A. My question for next week is, when are we going to see PT be used over PD again in catalytic converters? Do you have any updated info on this? So, I have yet to see any realistic info, and I think there's a reason for that. I think the auto manufacturers are going to keep it hush-hush for as long as they possibly can. The reason for that is, as long as they keep it hush-hush, they can buy at low prices before people catch on and start to realize, and then the price goes up. It really benefits them to not tell anyone that they're going to do it and just simply do it and let them find out eventually. Because if they simply do it, they would be able to save money in the long run, as far as the producers of catalytic converters for auto manufacturers. So I think it'll just be kind of a hush-hush thing until people really just kind of start to find out. Like they start to crack open brand new catalytic converters and start to dissect what exactly is in them. I mean, I could be wrong and someone could make a statement. A large manufacturer could come out and make a statement on how they are going to switch from palladium to back to platinum. But my gut feeling tells me that we're just going to have to kind of wait and see. I don't know that they are necessarily going to announce it because I think it would benefit them as a company who needs platinum to keep it hush-hush, right? It's kind of like insider trading in a way. You know what's going to happen, but you don't want to tell other people because you want to benefit from it first. So that's what my opinion on that is. I continue to do research and I continue to stay up to date with what is happening. And if anything were to happen, I would definitely be posting about it on my channel. But as far as I can tell, they're just going to kind of do it when they do it, if they do it, right? It's not a guarantee, but I do see them probably doing it. But great question nonetheless, Aloha Stacker. I really appreciate it, my good friend. And everyone should check out Aloha and Pistol Packing Pilot if they have not already. So, up next, we have Mr. Jack. Mr. Good Old Jack says, last week's video. My end game with metal stacking is to enjoy them and never sell. To be honest, I'll have them in a room in my retirement house to enjoy, not unlike a pirate in the treasure room in a ship. I plan to build most of my retirement wealth through stock market investing, real estate, etc. Metals and coins will always be frosting on the cake for me and not something I need to rely on. Hopefully my two kids will like keeping them themselves, but if not, they're free to do what they want with them. Yeah, that's a great approach to take, Jack. You know, just kind of stack as an alternate method of kind of investing and securing your wealth. There's nothing wrong with that. And if I'm being honest, I think most stackers kind of take that approach is they invest in stock, they invest in real estate, and stacking is just a fun kind of side thing that they like to do, but also secures their wealth in a way that many other investment forms cannot. So that's a great way to go about it, my friend. I think that's a great approach you have. And, you know, I think you're not by yourself in that kind of mindset and way of thinking and living. So thank you, Jack, for your comment. I really appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing more comments from you, my friend. Up next, we got Mr. Cashing Coins, my Georgia brother. Cashing Coins is one of the stackers that also resides in my state of Georgia. He says 10 ounces. Wow, that's pretty cool. It would be a nice collectible. Let me know if you do find the 5 ounce. Thank you. Okay, I definitely will. And yeah, I did not know about that 10 ounce koala until I saw it on AppMex and it kind of got sold instantly. But that would be an amazing coin to have, a 10 ounce coin. The Perth Mint used to be really, really big into platinum. They still are. They did their Platypus series. They are doing the Kangaroo series now. And they also put out a lot of more higher numismatic collectible stuff. So yeah, the Perth Mint is a really cool mint for platinum. They really proven that they are in it for platinum and silver and gold. They are a very well-known mint on the silver and gold side of things, but platinum is also their forte. So it's very interesting to see what they put out, and they constantly put out new stuff. If you noticed, I put out a video recently talking about the kookaburra that they recently just put out in platinum. It is a 1/10 ounce coin, but people are hoping that the 1 ounce coin is on its way as well. So that's something we will have to keep on the lookout. But thank you, Cashing Coins. I really appreciate it. And again, I will be sure to let you know if I find the 5 ounce. It's a very hard coin to come by, the larger platinum coins, but they are very interesting pieces for sure. So thank you for your comment, and everyone should go check out Cashing Coins as well if you have not already. Up next, we got Mr. Peter Pun 482 says, love the Q&A. Keep up the great work. 2021 Platinum 1/10 Kookaburra on sale. Are you going to get one? I got a pair. Yes, I do plan on getting one. I do not have any kookaburras, silver, gold, or platinum in my stack, and so I plan on it being my first kookaburra that I get. But I do hope to get it here soon. It's just a matter of waiting on my stack fund to come in, so to speak. I've been waiting on a certain particular payout to add to my stack, but I do plan on getting that coin for sure. The mintage limit is 15,000, so it's fairly low. It's not as low as some other series, but it is fairly low, so I will be definitely checking that out when it does come out. But thank you, Peter Pun. I really appreciate your comment, my friend, and I hope to see you in future videos. Up next, we got Mr. Silva Referee, new guy on the block. Everyone definitely go check out Silva Referee if you have not already. He has an awesome channel that he just started up. He doesn't have very many subscribers, so you all should definitely go over and subscribe to his channel and show him some love. Tell him Platinum Beast sent you. But Silva Referee says, really like the Q&A, just can't think of a question today. No worries, my friend. I also just appreciate people commenting on this video and just kind of sharing their thoughts and opinions. Or sometimes people just say, hey, have a great day. And hey, that's cool to me. So thank you for your comment, Silva Referee. I really appreciate it, my friend. And no worries on just not having a question. Plenty of people don't have questions, but they enjoy the video nevertheless. So thank you, my friend. Up next, we got Mr. Benny Benny. Mr. Benny Benny says, what is your favorite hobby besides stacking? Okay, so favorite hobby besides stacking? Well, I mean, I don't have a whole lot of hobbies that I do besides stacking, really. I would have to say, you know, I spend a whole bunch of time at my church. I don't mean to sound like, you know, one of those sort of just Bible thumpers or whatever. But I do spend a whole lot of time at my church. I love spending time volunteering and helping people out. I volunteer in my church's special needs ministry. I also volunteer in my church's middle school ministry. And I also just love helping out people who need help within my church's community. So that's what I spend most of my time doing if I'm not, you know, making YouTube videos or stacking. I also enjoy, you know, working and customizing my vehicle. I drive a rather large pickup truck, and I love doing things to it. And I love doing most of the modifications myself. That's just me. I know it's kind of like a money pit in some people's eyes, you know, to spend money on customizing a vehicle that, you know, loses value. But I do it for fun. I don't really do it for investment purposes. But nevertheless, that would be my two favorite things, is customizing my vehicles and really above all else, just kind of volunteering at my local church and my local community. So that would be what I do with my time, my friend, besides stacking and making YouTube videos and, of course, working and stuff. But great question nonetheless, Benny Benny. I really appreciate it. And I'd love to hear what your favorite hobby is. If you see this video and you want to leave a comment on this video, let me know what your favorite hobby is that you do besides stacking. I'd love to hear it. But thank you nonetheless, my friend. Up next, we got Mr. Mike Miller. Mike Miller says, my friend called a week ago and said he had to get some work done on his truck. What type of work? I said, exhaust. The converters were clogged and it was going to be over $2,000 to fix. I told him don't leave the shop without the old ones. He had no idea they could be sold and ended up getting $110 each out of them, a nice 10% discount on the repair. Hey, that is really nice. And you know, with the increase in the price of platinum, palladium, and rhodium, that's not a bad thing to do, really. I mean, if your catalytic converters are clogged, chances are there is some precious metals in them. Especially platinum group metals, and they could be really worth something and save you a few bucks on the back end. So that's a smart way to do it, and that's a smart thing that you suggested your friend do. So, hey, it might have cost $2,000 to fix, but $110 each on the back end, you know, that like you said, that is a nice 10% discount on the repair. That does really help out a whole lot. I find it kind of odd that it cost $2,000 to fix. You know, I haven't really priced out catalytic converters lately. I mainly did that back when I had a Mustang, but as far as I could tell, it was not quite that high, but maybe the price of everything has gone up, so maybe that's gone up too. But that's crazy, $2,000 to fix catalytic converters. Jeesh. But glad your friend could save a few bucks on the back end, and I'm glad he had a friend like you to suggest him that. So thank you for your comment, Mike Miller. That's a great little story you gave, and I really appreciate it, my friend. Up next, we got Mr. Jack again. Says, maybe controversial question, but I want to ask about inflation. I see tons of people freaking out about it online due to Biden's $1.9 trillion stimulus and the $2.2 trillion GOP stimulus in 2020. Inflation is scary because of the risk of purchasing power loses, right? However, let's say inflation is 10%, but our income, stocks, metals, cryptos, real estate, etc., go up 20%. Isn't that a net 10% gain? As long as we outpace inflation, that's the key, right? Inflation is really only a problem for people who can't outpace it, in my opinion. Basically, you are correct. If, you know, wages go up, if stocks go up, if precious metals go up, we are moving with inflation and we want to either keep up with it or even outpace it. I think the main problem is Yeah, and you said people who can't outpace it. So the main problem is holding on to just your pure cash, right? Because the cash, say you make $100,000 a year and then wages go up and you make $200,000 a year, but the price of everything costs more, so you're break even, right? Well, if you made $100,000 a year in the previous year and just saved it in a savings account, it's now able to buy a lot less because everything has gone up. So basically, you have the gist of stacking and inflation and things like that. As far as people being scared of inflation, they definitely, and I have a feeling that wages don't necessarily, I mean, if you have a good job, they do, but a lot of times it has to boil down to how fast inflation is moving, right? Minimum wage in my state is still $7.25. I'm one of the few states that has not raised it on a state level since the federal government raised it from $7.20 or up to $7.25 on a federal level. So, with that being said, you know, if McDonald's raises their wages by a buck or two just in-house, but that's not quite inflation, then people get scared because they don't know if they'll be able to pay their bills because wages haven't moved at the same pace. And what's really hard about it is business owners, it's not necessarily business owners being greedy as it is business owners trying to keep the price of everything down as low as they can. But when they increase wages, the prices of their products have to go up. It just makes sense. So they want to keep the prices down, so they don't want to raise people's wages a whole lot, but it hurts the employees, but it would hurt the business if he raised the price of the goods just way high. Now, people that are wealthy could afford it, but it just makes everything kind of sticky and tough to deal with on a widespread and fast-paced level. If inflation goes way up, then it's hard for businesses to adapt really quickly. They have to make a decision. Keep prices low of products, keep wages low, increase wages high, price products high. But if they price products high, will people buy? Well, they have to get used to paying a higher price. So at first, they're going to be like, $10 for a chicken sandwich. No thanks. So they're just not going to do it. So the business owner is going to suffer for like a solid year probably. And then eventually it'll become normal and, you know, people will get over it. But the business owner will suffer a lot. So it makes things sticky. It's really the difference between hyperinflation and regular inflation. Regular inflation is supposed to be at 2%, right? Hyperinflation is when you go way above that. And when you go way above that, people have to adapt quicker than they've normally had to adapt. So it really just boils down to, you know, realizing that the dollar is continuing to lose value and preparing yourself in all facets. That's why diversification is key. Stocks, real estate, precious metals, what have you. It's great to diversify because any one of your assets could go up, and most likely than not, all of your assets will go up unless you invested in some worthless company or something. But that's my opinion, my friend, and that's a great comment and question. You always post the best questions and topics and stuff like that. I gotta give it to you, my friend. You are a great follower of my channel, and I love seeing the content that you post and questions you ask. So thank you, my friend, and I look forward to seeing more comments from you. Up next, we have Mr. Mutant Ryef. Mr. Mutant Ryef says, the combination of China and Hong Kong stock markets rolling over, along with declining prices for commodities like lumber, eventually pull down all PMs. Yes, I do think it could eventually pull down all the precious metal prices. However, I think shortly after it pulls them down, it will go up even higher. I think that's just what happens. Whenever there's a crazy market thing that happens to make precious metals just go way, way down, I think that we see a short-term dip and a long-term spike, if that makes sense. Now, not necessarily spike like $100 silver, $10,000 gold, but I think the prices just go up and they just kind of stay there. I think that's how we see precious metals work in the long term anyways, is we see these dips and market fluctuations, but overall, it's small dips, large spikes, small dips, large spikes, and it makes a stepping stool going up the whole time. So that's something I definitely think we should kind of keep in mind, is that when we see it go down, it usually goes up higher and creates a higher float, so to speak. But that's just my opinion on the matter. I'll have to do more research into China and Hong Kong stock market rolling over. I have to admit I am not as familiar with what is going on there. But thank you, Mutant Ryf. I really appreciate your comment, my friend. I look forward to seeing more comments from you. Up next, we have Mr. Jim C. Mr. Jim C. says, I missed a few weeks as I have been buying a lot of silver and gold lately. I bought 3 Walking Liberty sets, 39 to 47 PDs at Melts on eBay with free shipping. Bought some gold coins and even a gold bar. Too many to mention. No platinum for 2 weeks. Still like my auctions. Well, congratulations on your pickups, Jim C. That's really awesome. You got yourself some Walking Liberty sets as well as some gold. Be sure to pick up some platinum if you can. I mean, do what's best for you at the end of the day. Don't just take my advice, but definitely keep platinum on your mind because it definitely shouldn't be overlooked as far as anyone's stack, as far as I'm concerned. But great comment and great pickups, my friend. I really appreciate it. Up next, we have Luke Farley. Luke Farley says, yes, check out the Library of Congress Gold Platinum Coin. It's very cool. Okay, did you not finish the ATB 5-ounce silver quarter set you started on? If not, just want to let you know they have the whole set on SD Bullion for only about $20,000. Could save you a ton of time just saying, LOL, keep up the good videos. I did not complete the ATB series, and I'm really bummed about it. I got into it, and then premiums just went to the moon, and especially on ATBs that I was like, I'm not really trying to do that, right? I would spend a whole lot of money I don't need to spend on, stacking that series. We'll see what happens in the future. I am happy with the ones that I did get and the ones I was able to accumulate, especially some of the rarer ones like Alaska and such. But nevertheless, I did not get the full series, and I don't really see myself probably getting the full series. It would be a whole lot to kind of endure and take on, but that's really cool that SD Bullion has the whole set for a somewhat reasonable price. So maybe somebody else out there might be looking to pick up the whole set. That's pretty cool, though, that they have the whole set. But thank you for your comment, Luke Farley. I really appreciate it, my friend. Up next, we got Mr. Michael Madondo Jr. Says, what's your favorite Star Wars movie? Favorite Star Wars movie? I get this question a lot, and I'm going to get a lot of hate for it. Phantom Menace. I know. Absolutely going to get hated on for it, but I love the Phantom Menace. There's multiple reasons as to why. One, it was the first Star Wars that came out when I was a young kid, so I watched it, I grew up with it. They had arcade games based on the pod racing. They had video games on like the Nintendo 64 based on, all kinds of Phantom Menace stuff. I also love the young Anakin way more than the older Anakin. Hey, it's just a personal preference. I also love Qui-Gon Jinn as a Jedi. He is super awesome and stuff like that. I also think Darth Maul is a pretty cool character. I just love everything about the Phantom Menace. Everyone hates the Phantom Menace, but I love it. And it's just me. I also like Jar Jar Binks, so that's going to get me just straight canceled right there. But I said what I said. Now, second favorite movie, again, I'll probably get some hate for this, Return of the Jedi. I think it's really cool. I love the theme and the elements and everything about it. It's just one of my favorites. But that's just me. Everyone has different opinions and everyone has different favorites. But those are just my favorites. So, thank you for your comment, Michael Bodondo Jr. I'm sure you did not intend for me to get canceled, but hey, let the haters hate. But thank you, my friend. I really do appreciate it at the end of the day. And, if anyone else wants to ask just a random question like this, I'm totally cool with that, and I'm totally fine with answering it, as long as it's not something, too personal or anything. But thank you for your comment and question, my friend. I really appreciate it. Up next, we got Mr. Coins A to Z says, there could be some trouble on the horizon for platinum. Mine in South Africa. Search Platinum Group Ltd. Reports notice of planned motion for interdict. Okay, I will definitely have to look into that, and maybe I'll make even a video about it. But I will definitely look into that and see what I can find. Thank you for letting me know, Coins A to Z. You have been a loyal follower of my channel for quite a while. You, many times, are one of the first people to comment on my videos, and you also stack platinum, my friend. So thank you for your comment. I really appreciate it. And last but not least, we have Mr. Jim C. Mr. Jim C. says, FYI, I won on Sunday night a quarter-ounce gold coin, 4/9 fine gold, shipped to my door for $4.73. It is in an annex slab, but it's still gold. Hey, gold is gold, right? Even if it's in an annex slab, that's pretty cool, my friend. And that's an awesome price you got, $473 and an NX slab. That is not bad at all, my friend. So congratulations on your pickup. And I hope to see more comments from you in the future. So with all that being said, guys, I appreciate everyone for stopping by and checking out the video today. Be sure to hit the like button down below. Hit the subscribe button down below if you have not already. Be sure to leave me a comment in the comment section down below, letting me know any questions, any comments, anything you'd like me to read out on next week's video. And with all that being said, guys, until next time, we will see ya.